Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Monday, January 9th, 2023. Today we are pulling from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot cards. So we have the Ace of Potions. Our cup is about to runneth over. I feel like manifestations. I feel like with a butterfly, I feel like it's like a sign from the universe. So I feel like something is positive coming in here. We have the Two of Potions. So Two of Cups, or this is the Nine of Potions. I don't know why I said two. Sorry about that. Me and these Roman numerals. I know what two looks like. Sorry. Nine of potions. So this has been an opponent card that has been with us for a long time. Talk about this rebirth. If you look at like the past weeks, if you watch every day, you will see judgment. Nine of potions has been very potent. A rebirth in our life. I feel like grounding energy, we definitely need it. If you're like myself, I feel like I've been overthinking a lot. Probably too much, and it's a waste of energy. And it's just like, just try to pump the brakes. Remember, they said to be gentle with ourselves during this period of time. They were talking about rest and rejuvenation. So it's like you're not getting done everything like you want to get done. Like I wanted to get, certain things done and still didn't get it done. So it's just like, take that time just to relax. We have the World card here, but we have some doors on this. So if you watch The Nightmare Before Christmas, it's like, which of these holidays will Jack come through? But I feel like because it's the Nine of Potions, the Nine of Cups, and they're talking about, you're about to start a new venture here. I definitely feel like this is very the Fool energy. We have no idea. Do we choose love? Do we choose Halloween? Do we choose Christmas? Do we choose Easter? But I feel like it's just like you're on the precipice of something new in your life. It's just like, what will you choose? Sorry, I didn't mean to zoom more into it. But you're on the precipice of something beginning here. We have the Eight of Presents. So the Eight of Presents is like finishing a course of study, an internship, job, probation. So it's like you're coming about something here. And it's like you're all eyes are on you, or it's just like the way that you carry yourself. And it's just like, keep doing what you're doing. March to your own drum. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, the purpose of a job is so you have money to sit there and pay for your bills to take care of you and your family. You know what I mean? It's like, some jobs are more meaningful that it's a career. You're helping people. That's why I feel about healing. It's just like you're helping someone. You're leaving them better off that when you started talking to them. You give them some hope. You give them some insight of the future. Hopefully you tell them some positive things to look forward to. You know, tarot is always meant to be seen as guidance. We have the Three of Potions, so the Three of Cups. So, like you see the many levels here of, when he lifts up his hat, he has, a little guy and he has a little guy under his hat. So I just feel like, you know, either leveling up in that way, it's on his crown chakra, but I feel like, the three of you make a great team. You know what I mean? So it's like collaboration in that sense. You know what I mean? Teamwork. You see that he's looking up to them. So it's like, people to look up to, things to look forward to, you know? But I love the fact that we're looking up. It's literally the full moon outside. It's cloudy here, so it's like the moon is really trying hard to get through the clouds. It is in so many ways, but it looks gorgeous out, but it's not enough to actually enjoy it, and it's freezing out tonight. So we start off with the Ace of Potions. You're feeling inspired, creative, intuitive. So full moon in Cancer, very much intuitive energy, sensitive. We were doing the forecast and projections for this retrograde, and we were talking about that as well. It's just like this very sensitive energy. Like I sat there, and if you guys, I don't think I posted it here yet. I'm going to. I don't think it'll show the whole thing. I think the limit is like a minute. But if you ever watched Vikings on History, with Ragnar Lothbrok played by Travis Fleming, it's like you see how he sits there when Alpha Stan passes away. He doesn't know who hurt him, why he left him. He truly wholeheartedly loved Alpha Stan in the fact of like this is his person. You know what I mean? And it is so hard to come by your person. You know? And it's just like he was killed, their time together was cut short. And he was telling me, he's like, I hate you for leaving me. And that I feel like that's how a lot of us feel when our loved one is gone, and it's just not gone, transformed. And it's just like, you can't articulate it, so what's the best word to word? I hate the fact that you're gone. It's not that you hate them as a person. You just hate the fact that they're no longer with us. In the physical sense that we want, so we can look at them and touch them and cry and laugh and just have that moment again. You know what I mean? It's just like reliving those moments in your mind and those positive memories. Whether this person ends up being a love. Okay, sorry. Whether this. Okay, it's someone special may enter the picture soon. Whether this person ends up being a love intention or a new great friend. Things are happening just as they should now. Stay curious, pay attention, and enjoy the moment. So instead of getting wrapped up in our feelings, it's like, yeah, pay attention. Because there's like, opportunities that come around us, and it's just like we avoid them at all costs because, we're feeling some sort of way. We want to avoid the situation. So the 9 of Cups, congrats, your wishes are being granted. Your luck starts to align and things finally fall into place. We talked about, doing our vision boards. I made a video, make a vision board with me. I should have like done it like, and just posted it like as a regular video because a lot of it got cut off, but you get the gist of it. It's like all the things, positive words, positive images that you want to put into your life. It's like put those things in there, things that speak to you, lyrics that speak to you, you know. It's a great time to enjoy and appreciate the magic in your life. If only you could bottle this feeling with no harm to none, and so it is. It's like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know if it was before Christmas or after. I know it was right around there. It's like I had this dream about Shane, and it really shocked me, rocked me to my core. And I'm like, okay, like, it's just like, can't live in those feelings right now. You got to keep pushing forward, like this is not the time for that. But you can't help it. Like they said, we were 25% left more to heal, and I feel like it's just, especially in this sensitive mood of Cancer, it's like those deep emotions. Like, again, if you watch when Lagatha, that was a hard one to swallow when Lagatha met her demise on Vikings. But it was just like, she sat there. One of the things she always said is like, in my dreams, we're always together. And that really rocked me to my core. And it was just like, she's, talking about, they showed like the evolution of Lagatha as her body is ascending into the water. And it's like, she's the farm girl that became a shield maiden, that became a mother, that became an earl's wife, that became a queen, that became, the queen of Kattegat after Ragnar passed. She wrote, she was a warrior, she's a legend, and then she gently glides beside Ragnar. And she ends up being that simple farm girl that, that's the only life she wanted. She just wanted to be in life with him. Even when he faked his death with Bjorn, when they were in Paris, and, everybody was saying these words, and she sat there and she told him, like, I cannot wait to go to Valhalla and, and fight alongside you and have dinners every night, and like, that's all that she wanted. Like, and he knew that. He knew that her heart belonged to him. And when she laid beside him, they both turned to dust, that we all do, and the undertow gently glides them away, and they're now together forever, But I love the fact when she says that. It's like, in my dream, we're always together. You know what I mean? It's just, if you go to This Is Us, she's in the train carts. She's making her way through the train. She's making her way to the caboose. Her favorite place to be was, on a train, with her dad, and then she's sitting there and making her way through. She gets all the way to the back, and there's the love of her life. There's Jack laying in the bed waiting for her, and they're talking and kikiing and everything, and it's just, one of their favorite pastimes, Any couple knows, like, the only time the kids leave you alone is when you're laying in bed, and you sit there and you talk and, are just together, and that was her favorite thing to do, and she was scared. And he told her, it's like, it's scary, but, you'll always be around, but in a different way. You know what I mean? So, it's just those beautiful transitions. And anyone that's gone through, like, a divorce and didn't want to, a separation and didn't want to, a breakup and didn't want to, or in this case, a bereavement, and it's like you didn't want it to happen, it's just something that happened, and it's something you got to learn to build around, so that's the way I always the best information I was ever taught when I went through the grief groups is just, it's like a earthquake. You put your world back together and you get some aftershocks. You feel your feelings. That's all you can do. You didn't ask for this aftershock. It's just part of the healing process, and it's part of their memory. And it's like when you feel those feelings, I know it sucks to get rocked back to that, but it's just like, at the same time, it's just like that just shows how much you love them. You know, it's when those triggers or those aftershocks, as they say, come up. It's just when you stop caring, I feel like that's when you know maybe now that you're okay to move forward. Some people, it's just like you never find that space. It's just for us, it happened out of the blue. you know so all you can do is just feel your feelings and be like, you know what, tomorrow's another day. You gotta dust yourself off and keep moving forward, because this world does not wait for nobody. It keeps spinning. The world keeps going, and we just have to sit there and realize that. It's just either get up and get busy healing, or it takes you out. So the world, you've done it. You've come so far and been through so much and learned so many powerful lessons along the way. You're feeling satisfied, happy, and whole. Consider sharing your experiences with others and have the ability to inspire people. So, like, I was literally telling this to someone. We've been talking all night. I've been geeking with a couple girls. And it's just like, I feel like, for one, that I've been, like, talking to, I'm like, I feel like you're ready to receive messages and to deliver those messages. I feel like you're ready to be that vessel. She's like, she was doubting herself about something, or she was trying to, that shadow side of herself. Oh, logically, this. And I'm like, no, your eyes were not fooling you. What you saw is what you saw. You know what I mean? It's just like, we always sit there and it's like, like we talk about synchronicities, you know, coming full circle. It's like, why do we always try to logicalize things? Because that's what they taught us. You can't believe in things you cannot see and touch and have facts about. How dare you? So it's like you decide how you want to live your life. It's not fantasy land. If you experience and see the things that I have, then for a fact. That is very real as the nose on your face. So the Eight of Presents. So this trial, this tribulation, maybe this is exactly like I was saying, like this ascension, when I was saying, like, he's looking up, one to the other. But I definitely feel like threes coming together, mind, body, soul, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's like different ways this threes could play in together. Collaboration, working well together, but I feel like, the fact that he's looking up, it's like looking up to something. Look at that happy look on his face. So with the Eight of Presents, reminds us to keep your long-term goals in mind. You have a long path ahead of you and working hard to set yourself up for success. Careful planning now will lead to big rewards. So they were saying like, like a pension, sometimes it's tedious. Sometimes it's like, oh, is it even worth your sanity? But it's just like, if you want to accomplish certain things, it's like, a pension helps out. God bless the people that, keep the world running. That unfortunately they probably aged out of their jobs. I've seen this happen before where it's just like, well, we're going to retire you because you make this so much money. So they end up retiring and you get a retirement package. But they end up working somewhere else because that's what they love doing. It's like, use it or lose it. You know what I mean? And they're nice and they're doing what they need to be doing and everything like that. You know what I mean? And they're keeping this world moving. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I feel like people that have put those times into the world should be celebrated more. You know what I mean? Medication costs so much money. Housing, electricity, and that's the things they forget. It's like, you give them this much money to live off of, but food alone is so much more expensive. It's like, they got to sit there and they're like, they got a budget for the month. And it's like, oh, well, you can always go back out in the world and work. It's like, who in the hell wants to go out and work after I've just put 65 years into the world? You know what I mean? So it's just like, you got to make your nest egg. You got to sit there and start taking work, planning for that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, got to look up for you. Now is a great time to come together with supportive, fun, and enjoy yourself. Supportive, fun people and enjoy yourself. But, fun people and you know what I mean? But it's like supportive. You know, and I feel like the biggest thing with that supportive is like people that will have your back. You know what I mean? Not just talk it, actually have your back. Live it up a little. All collaborations you find yourself in are supercharged now. So get ready to for unexpected breakthroughs. Host a brainstorming session and let creative energy and inspiration flow freely. You know, it's just like get out there and with that's why I always like to, with my kids. It's like I always talk about things, and one thing I've noticed about certain things about myself, it's like I only live in a place for like 5 years and then I move. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe like buying a home isn't a good idea. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just seems like every 5 years I move, or the only reason I move sooner than 5 years is because it's like you find something bigger. You know what I mean? So it's just in that way. But you know, I feel like now's the time for change. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where they're saying things are supercharged. Sit down, have a plan. You know what I mean? So it's like put your feelers out there. Show the universe you're ready for that change, that transition, and see what happens. But they're showing like work wise, especially. It's just like the positive change. It's like don't psych yourself out. Don't get in your head. Do a positive. If you're getting rocked to the core or getting rocked a little bit with these aftershocks, if you had something going on in your life, it's understandable. You know what I mean? It's like the hype and everything from Christmas is, wind down. People are putting their stuff away, and it's just if you're working on it, it'll happen. I'm working on it. It's just little by little get done. I just don't want it to be like July. Still putting my stuff away. But you know what I mean? It will get done. Just, be gentle with yourself. Like they said, this retrograde was going to be a difficult one, and dang straight they were right. Just be kind to yourself. Take it one day at a time. And like I said, if you're feeling some feelings, feel what you're feeling, but don't make a home there. You've grown. You've transitioned from that. You know what you want out of life. Keep going towards those goals. Even if it doesn't, they're saying something about the rearview mirror. I don't feel like for some people, yeah, it's in the rearview mirror, and for some, it's just you're learning to live with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Monday, January 9th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.